Hello, this month is all about Comfrey, Symphidium officinale, which is the botanical name. Comfrey is because in winter, hence why I'm all rugged up, it is the time to harvest the root, a super beneficial plant in an organic system, in a permaculture system, and it's fantastic for skincare as well. But, oh my goodness, is this herb a powerhouse? So let's have a bit of a look at it close up. So Comfrey loves a very well drained soil. So we grow it down here on our river flats. We also grow it in our orchard and in our veggie garden. I must stress, Comfrey, wherever you plant it, it's going to stay. You can't get rid of it. It's so hard to get rid of. For example, we had some Comfrey growing and we decided we wanted to do some paving there. And we thought we got rid of it all. And then up it came, pushed up the pavers. Only takes a tiny bit. So really think about where you put in Comfrey, because wherever you put it, it's literally going to stay there. Their roots can grow up to 1 metre down into the ground if left undisturbed for a while. Drought resistant, but it will, on a really, really super hot windy day, the leaves will crumble. It won't actually kill the plant. All you have to do is chop those leaves off, give it a good water, and it comes back beautiful. Comfrey is a very resilient and forgiving plant. Gosh, you can get maybe 4 or 5 different harvests from it during the year, and it will come up. The more you do harvest though, the smaller the roots will be. I don't mind the roots being really thin. I like Comfrey root to be about yay long and about that wide, so roughly about 5 centimeters wide. The longer they stay in the ground, the thicker they will get, and they'll get hollow and start to rot as well. And I harvest it for my skincare, for my tinctures and infusions, for the root. The leaf is a whole different thing. The leaf is incredible for a mulch. It's fantastic to put nutrients into the ground. You can make a compost tea. You can use it as compost. So I have it up around my fruit trees, and I just allow it to die off, and I cut it and I lay it back down on top of it. I don't harvest the Comfrey roots around the fruit trees. The Comfrey is also a member of the Boragnaceae family. It's a perennial, which means it dies down in winter and comes back up in spring. It does like a lot of sunlight, but it does grow quite well in the shade as well, like under fruit trees. Some books will say they need to be kept really moist all year round, but I find it doesn't really need that. If it does dry out, it will. It won't kill the plant. It'll just kill those leaves, and you just chop them off, use them as mulch, and they'll come back up again. So how to plant Comfrey. So this is a Comfrey dug up, and you can just quite simply pull that apart, segregate it, and plant a piece in the garden. So really, really, really simple. Really, really simple stuff. So it's root division. I've never grown it from seed. Tiny little piece like that will grow. Root division and rhizomes are the 2 most easiest ways to grow. You want to plant your root division about 10 centimeters down. Make sure that the top is where the leaves are going to come out. The crown is facing up. I like to plant them about 30 centimeters or so spacings. You don't really need to fertilize Comfrey. Self-fertilizing plant. So as you can see, these plants here have died off. So all of this is a really good rich compost and fertilizer for your comfrey to grow. If you really want any plant to be quick and prolific, then of course fertilize. But we've never fertilized our comfrey. And mulching too. Look, we mulch right up to the comfrey, and that's because we want to keep the weeds down. It's a plant that stays here all the time. You can keep it in the same place. It can get quite choked with weeds. Now, the really good things about comfrey is that because of its deep roots, it brings up a lot of nutrients up into the leaves, and that's why the leaves are a fantastic mulch, compost, food source for the rest of your garden. So in an organic permaculture system, they are imperative. So what's really good about comfrey too, it has a lanthan. And now this, as well as mucilage, is incredible for the skin. It's like a skin cell accelerator. It actually helps produce and accelerate healing by creating more skin cells. It is incredible. And now I'm going to go grab Greg and I'm going to show you how to harvest comfrey.